Open Heavens on the Go. Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. Topic: God's direction. How sensible. Memory verse: Isaiah 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Isaiah 55, verse 8. Bible reading: Judges 7, 1-15. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him rose up early and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill of Moreh in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, My own hand hath saved me. Now therefore go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there returned of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be, that of whom I say unto thee, This shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, This shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people unto the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, Every one that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, every one that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, By the 300 men that lapped will I save you and deliver the Midianites into thy hand. And let all the other people go, every man unto his place. So the people took victuals in their hand and their trumpets. And he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men. And the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Arise, get thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it into thy hand. But if thou fear to go down, go thou with Purah, thy servant, down to the host, and thou shalt hear what they say, and afterward shall thy hands be strengthened to go down unto the host. Then went he down with Purah his servant unto the outside of the armed men that were in the host. And the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east lay along in the valley like grasshoppers for multitude, and their camels were without number as the sand by the seaside for multitude. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow, and said, Behold, I dreamed a dream, and lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came unto a tent, and smote it that it fell, and overturned it that the tent lay along. And his fellow answered and said, This is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel. For into his hand had God delivered Midian and all the host. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof, that he worshipped and returned into the host of Israel and said, Arise, for the Lord hath delivered into your hand the host of Midian. The message: God's directions may not always make sense to us because as humans, we are too short-sighted to see what he does and too dull to think as he thinks. Isaiah 55, 8-9. Gideon experienced the seeming illogicality of God's directions firsthand. He thought he had been mistaken for someone else when the angel of God called him a man of valor. Gideon was cowardly, but God had decided to use him to lead his people to victory over their enemy. Even when Gideon eventually accepted to lead the Israelites in battle, God still went ahead to prune his army of 32,000 soldiers down to just 300. 300 men against an army. Although it looked like an impossible mission, at the end of the day, Gideon was victorious. No matter how unreasonable an instruction from God may be, as long as it is from Him, it will surely end in victory. Isaiah 30:21 says, And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. We were preparing for a crusade in Benin many years ago. Everything had been set when I thought to talk to God about it. He told me we should go to Ede instead. We had just concluded a crusade in Elisha, very close to Ede, and so I felt that anyone who wanted to come from Ede should have been at that crusade. However, since I have learned never to disobey God, I told my people, God said we are going to Ede. We went to Ede, and when it was time for the monarch of the town to greet the people during the crusade, he said he did not have money, but offered us land in any quantity we desired. After the crusade, I called my people together and we decided to ask for 50 acres of land. That seemed like a lot, but when I went back to ask God, He said we should ask for 500 hectares. This did not make any sense at all because the developed part of Ede was not that large. But I asked anyway. We got the land, and today the mission school of the RCCG as well as the Redeemers University are sited on that land. Key point: even if his instruction does not make sense, just trust him and obey. Bible reading in 1 year. Acts 15-16. Hymn for today. In Christ alone. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.